Hi, it's Michael with you. It's time to recap more Cleveland Cavaliers basketball games from this past week. The notes are courtesy of the NBA app, the television broadcast, and Twitter. Saturday, the Cavaliers hosted Milwaukee. The team played tough in the first half, but were outscored 65 to 45 in the second half. They led in parts of the first 12 minutes. Talking about the Cavaliers, and they pulled even twice in the middle stages of the second quarter, but Milwaukee closed the half with a 5-point lead. The Cavaliers had the ball stripped away from them 10 times, and the Bucks were able to widen the margin late in the third. Thus, the rout was on in the fourth quarter. Milwaukee shot 55% from the field, and Cleveland lost 124 to 99, losing both games last week to one of the best teams in the East. Individually, center Andre Drummond scored 30 points and 11 rebounds in 30 minutes. Darius Garland had 9 assists. He and Colin Sexton, both guards, scored 17. Forward Taurean Prince threw in 12 points. It was tough sledding for Isaac Okoro, Zeddy Osman, and Sexton as they were a combined 9 of 33 from the field. As for Milwaukee, they got big production from Giannis Antetokounmpo with 24 points. Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday each scored 20 points. Monday in Phoenix, Cleveland shot the ball very well, making 51% from the floor. The Cavs made 1/3 of their three-point attempts. Phoenix took the same amount of attempts behind the arc, making 11 of 24. Cleveland showed a lot of fight against one of the better teams out west. They bounced back from 12 down with more than 5 minutes before halftime, using a 10-0 run in the span of nearly 90 seconds. Sexton scored the last 8 points during that phase. Later, Garland gave the visitors their first lead with more than a minute left in the third quarter. It was Cleveland's first time in front since the closing moments of the first period. He laid the ball in to make the score 89 to 87. Then, after the Suns pulled even, scored from close range in the final seconds to put the Cavs up 91-89 after 36 minutes. The lead changed hands many times in the fourth. Okoro made a triple with just over 2:40 left in regulation to go ahead 112 to 111. He later split a pair of free throws, but Cameron Johnson made a three on the other end of the court to put the Suns ahead. Devin Booker made one of his 36 points from the foul line to give Phoenix a 2-point lead. Garland tried a step-back jumper, but it was not on line. But after Mikal Bridges could not convert for the home side, Cleveland was granted another chance. After a team timeout to discuss their next offensive set, the ball went back to Sexton. However, he was called for an offensive foul with 46.1 seconds left. Booker tried to make a tray for a 2-possession lead, but the shot did not go through the net. After Prince got the board, Colin tried a floater, which was no good. After the Cavs were forced to foul, Bridges made his free throws down the stretch to put the game away, leading Phoenix to a 119 to 113 result. Cleveland traveled to Denver Wednesday, but it turned out to be a humbling experience. The Cavs were held to 17 points in the opening stanza as a result, the Nuggets, who played in the conference final down in Orlando last year, kept increasing their lead. They took a firm grip on this game thanks to excellent shooting. Denver shot 60%, and Cleveland could not keep up as they were held to 38%. Not many team stats favored Cleveland, as you might imagine, though the team had a decisive edge in offensive rebounds at 18-4 and 49-39 overall on the glass. Looking at the box score, center Jarrett Allen was the leading scorer for the visitors with 18 points and 10 rebounds. Okoro, Prince, and Dylan Windler cracked double figures scoring-wise. Sexton, Drummond, Osman, Garland, and forward Lamar Stevens could not find the form on this night. Meanwhile, Paul Millsap led Denver with 22. Michael Porter Jr. scored 19. Will Barton 16. Zeke Najee 14. Nikola Jokic and Monte Morris finished with 12. The final score was 133 to 95 to the Colorado-based side. Cavaliers continued their travels last night in Portland, and things did not improve much in terms of the margin on the scoreboard, as the Cavs' only tie was early in the game at 2. They never held a lead, were down by as many as 30 in the fourth. Once again, the opposition was over 50% shooting for the game. There were some positive takeaways, though. The team was aggressive by getting 37 free throw attempts, making 26. They only turned the ball over 11 times. Still, despite forcing 14 Trailblazer turnovers, they only converted 9 points off of those mistakes. And to get wins on the road, Cleveland cannot let those opportunities go begging. And when the buzzer sounded, it finished 129 to 110 to Portland. Cleveland's record is now 10-17. Sexton and Allen combined for 47 of Cleveland's points. Garland added 17, while off the bench, Windler put in a dozen and Stevens scored 10. Lamar was the leading rebounder for the road team at 10. Drummond had another tough outing. Meanwhile, 4 Trailblazers hit at least 20 points, including Gary Trent Jr., Carmelo Anthony, Enes Kanter, and Damian Lillard. Anthony Simmons scored 16. And so the Cavaliers will try to put behind a 6-game losing streak in Los Angeles against the Clippers tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central. This game is on NBA TV for viewers outside of the Cleveland and Los Angeles regions. Then the Cavs are off to San Francisco to play the Golden State Warriors Monday at 9 before flying back home to welcome in the San Antonio Spurs. And that game will be Wednesday at 7. The team does not return to action until Sunday, as they will need this rest period to regroup, no doubt. Going into today's games, the East standings from 1st through 15 read 76ers, Bucks, Nets, Celtics, Pacers, Hornets, Raptors, Knicks, Heat, Hawks, Bulls, Magic, Cavaliers, Pistons, and Wizards. The West order goes like so: Jazz, Lakers, Clippers, Suns, Trailblazers, Spurs, Nuggets, Warriors, Mavericks, Kings, Grizzlies, Pelicans, Rockets, Thunder, and Timberwolves. All right, well, type in North Texas Browns backers on Facebook in the search box and follow this group for the latest posts. Videos and previous entries can be found by typing Michael Bolesta, Roman numeral 2, on YouTube. I am on Twitter and Instagram at MJBOLESTA2, as in the number 2. And then http://www.mjbolesta2.wordpress.com has the text form of this blog. Hope everyone has a blessed Valentine's Day tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching, and may God bless you.